I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end mine. If you ain't down for the Africans here in the United States, period, point blank, if you ain't down for the ones that suffered in South Africa from apartheid and shit, damn it, you need to step your...
As a kid, I thought reading was cool, but I really just wanted to write. I flipped through the pages of a dictionary more than any other book, and it was mostly so it could help me have more ways to say things. But it was when I came across this book, The Time Machine, that I changed my outlook on reading altogether. I realized I just had to find books that suited my taste. And soon reading had went from cool to fascinating. One summer, the local library became my fave spot as I became a fan of an assortment of writers, and not to mention the library's central air conditioning. I ran through the timeless tales of Richard Wright and Zora Neale to the epic stories of Donald Goines. I even realized that some of my favorite movies were books first. I remember winning an award for a reading contest, and Mama treated me and my little sister to Shakey's. After we came home, I had caught the itis and fell right to sleep. But that night, I had one of the most weirdest dreams ever. I had told Moto that I built a time machine and I needed his help to start it. When I got inside, I told him to get ready to pull the lever. I set the destination to about 30 years into the future, then I strapped in. And before I gave him the nod, I passed him my Andre Dawson baseball card in efforts to improve my luck. He safely tucked it away, then looked to me as he pulled the lever down. And as the lever clicked, I could feel every single atom that made me dancing to the sound of light. The world had turned completely black for a second. Then I could see the light slowly begin to creep back in. But at the same time, it was moving really fast, possibly zooming through the seconds I had taken for granted and turning them into hours, days, months, and then years until I finally had arrived in the year 2020. I stepped out into this future world, but I quickly noticed that a lot of things were the same. I mean, I could tell it was the future, but I thought the world would be better by now. It was still full of senseless crime, racism, greed, hate, and bad politics. I had seen enough, but a part of me wanted to know what I had become, and if Mama was okay. And as I decided to complete my quest, I found out the future world was under attack by some virus. And my country still didn't think justice was for everyone. The past wasn't great, but I felt like I'd be way safer there. So I ran back and I hopped in a time machine like it was the General Lee, while pulling the lever down myself and soon headed back in time. When I arrived, Moto was still standing there. He said not much time had passed, but he lost my baseball card. And right as I was about to become seriously irate, I could hear Mama calling me, saying I was gonna be late for the first day of school. It was then when I woke up in my bed with a book as my pillow, realizing it was just a dream, and everything was as it once was. Throughout the years, reading has vastly improved my writing abilities. Things are a bit more digital now, but I still cop a hard copy or two ever so often. And I never actually built a time machine, though I always thought about it, and still do. But as I look around the world we live in today, it's possible that this whole time, I was one myself.